Hello, everybody. Hello, and Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or what? Whatever it is that you're celebrating. And I have got someone calling me from the other room. And apparently there was no countdown. I was watching a countdown and you were watching me. But that's okay, because now I'm here. And I'm very excited because we're doing some interesting things. Because here on the Jen Hardy Show, well, it's not just one kind of thing, is it? We have got shower thoughts and we've got voices of justice. Now we've got Christmas and fugitives. So, I'll let you in on a little secret. When I was a kid, I used to pick cowboys and gorillas. So apparently this just all fits in really nice. So I thought I would start with a present. I got a present and I thought I would unbox it or unbag it. I don't know what you call it here live because I don't know, why not? I'm excited about this present. It is from YouTube itself. And I like YouTube presents. They make me very happy. Although all presents, I like giving presents. I really do. I just am a present person. Which you wouldn't know if you were one of my older kids because all their Christmas presents are going to be late. And guys, if you're watching, I'm very sorry. But it's going to be worth it when they get there. So there we go. Look, it is a beanie. It's a YouTube beanie. Check that out. Oh my gosh, it's like sewn in. How incredible is that? You guys, I'm not really a beanie person, but you know what? I like their beanies. And, I live in Florida, but it was cold the other day. We're not used to cold. I actually might have fallen asleep with one of these things on. Oh my gosh, check it out. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's got bells. Oh my gosh, it's got bells, like the like bell, and then it's got a play button. Okay, well, that made me very happy. And I thought we could, wrap some presents and meet some fugitives. Eric Emmerich, I am so excited that you're here. You guys, Eric is the best. Okay, all of you are the best, though, I have to say. Okay, so today we live in a county called Brevard County. And in Brevard County, we have a sheriff named Wayne Ivy. Wayne, that is his first name. Anyway, Sheriff Ivy, yes. And what Sheriff Ivy does is he plays games on the internet, mostly on Facebook. So I couldn't get them from Facebook, so I got some from YouTube. They might have been older ones, but it's still going to be worth it. Because what he does is he wants local people to help him find people that are, you got a lump of coal. Oh, it's not Christmas yet. You're going to get something really good, Eric, I'm sure. Anyway, oh my gosh. So he plays a game called Wheel of Fugitive. And in just a few minutes, we're going to play our first round of Wheel of Fugitive. If by play it, I mean press play and play it. It's just an interesting thing. Dave has really wanted me to share it. But what I wanted to do, because we live in the county where they are, and they are the local police here, because we are, yeah. I wanted to get permission, and we got the permission today to share their videos. So I thought that would be a really nice thing to do. Yeah, right. Yeah, coal, right? You get diamonds. Yeah. So you never know. So anyway, who is done with their Christmas shopping? Can I just tell you, we started 2 days ago, and I think I'm about done. I've never done Christmas shopping like this. I'm usually done by October, but here's the problem when you have children and you Christmas shop early. Then about a week before Christmas, if not 2 days before Christmas, they'll say, oh, remember that list that I gave you in the summer or the fall? I don't want any of those things anymore. They're not cool, and I want a whole new list. So I stopped being ready in October, but normally I'm ready before now. Now is very late. Lexa, how are you with your Christmas stuff? I'm guessing that you are definitely done way before now. That's just my guess, is that you are ahead of the crowd. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so it is 9:08. At 9:10, we're going to play our first Wheel of Fugitive. And let me tell you, we do have the Jenga game, and okay, something is happening on my computer, and it's sending something randomly to the trash. And hopefully, well, it's not this. Oh my goodness. You all, let me tell you what, software. Am I right? Anyway, who's done? Let us know in the chat. Are you done being ready for Christmas? Do you have everything wrapped and ready? I'll be honest, I usually do all my wrapping on Christmas Eve until about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I don't wanna do that this year. So, we're going to be wrapping this evening, and then my children are gonna be helping me tomorrow. That was my job as a child. I was the elf who got to wrap everything for my dad. You still need to wrap. Oh, yeah. See, Alexa, you and me both, man. We're doing things late. I don't know. It was just a year. Hello, Prairie Dog. It is nice to have you here. And I don't know what that is, but you know what? That's okay. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about Christmas. Are you ready? Or holidays, whatever your holiday thing is. If it was Hanukkah, that is already, it's already done. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they overlap. I think last year they overlapped really nicely, but yeah, this year it's a whole thing. Kwanzaa, all the things, happy all the things, because yeah, just because we celebrate something does not mean that we cannot all be friends and talk about all the things. So there we go. But either way, there are red and green decorations everywhere, twinkly lights. I love the lights. We usually drive around and look at the lights. It was a wild season. It has been a wild season. I don't know. It's been good, but very, very wild. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's 9:10. So, in true Jen Hardy Show fashion, we can't just talk about Christmas with having something different. So we're going to have the first wheel. You ready? Just a pause here. Just because we are doing the Wheel of Fugitive does not mean they are guilty. They are all innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And I just want to make sure that I point that out. I was going to say it before we started. So, anybody's face that you see, it's not working. Dave says it's not working. Are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing? Hold on. Let's find out what's going on here. Let's see. Lexa, did you see it playing by chance? I don't know. Let's try it. Ready? No. You don't see it? You don't see him? You don't see, well, how in the world? No, it didn't work. Okay. Well, this is interesting. This is so interesting because, okay, so let's chat for a minute. Let's chat about how we can fix this because I think we can. And I think it's really important. So let's just talk our way through. I'm using a little software called Ecamm, and I am determined to make it work because when it works, it is incredibly beautiful and wonderful. So here's a question. Let's see. Let's bring over Mr. Ivy in a different way because there's lots of ways we can do it. And while I'm doing this, let's have a little chat in the chat about holidays. Are you fully prepared for your holiday? And do you have something special that you're doing? Are you going somewhere? Are people coming to see you? We've already had some good questions, or some good questions, some good guests. We had my niece and her husband. Oh my gosh, they were incredible, you all. Absolutely incredible. And we are going to have some other people coming after the holiday, and we got invited. Oh, we have some friends, and the woman is from Germany, and she is going to make a German Christmas dinner tomorrow, and I'm very excited about that. Yes, to taped programs. Can I tell you, it's funny, Eric, because I talked about doing some of this and ahead of time and then doing it, but that's okay. This live is going to have the Wheel of Fugitive. We are wrapping presents and talking about fugitives, no way. So if you want to stick around for a minute, it's going to be fascinating. So we're just working on a little bit of a tech thing, and that's okay because we got this. We do. All right, so we're going to try doing it a different way. And so here is the question. Mr. Hardy, can you come into the studio? I need Mr. Hardy to be live in the studio with me because what I see and what you see are two different things. And it's going to be real interesting. Yeah. So, no way. Our local sheriff does a thing called Wheel of Fugitive. It's kind of like Wheel of Fortune, but he spins the wheel and different fugitives come up and then they pick one for the week and then everyone in the county tries to find that person, kind of like an Easter egg hunt but with people. And remember, they are definitely innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So this is just, we just have to make sure that we say that because it's really important. Okay, now if I were to go through and grab one of these videos, all right, I have a Mr. Hardy here, I think, with me. So what I'm wondering is
publish.
What's that?
Hit publish.
Okay, so Dave is saying hit publish.
Hazelwood is our fugitive of the week. Miss Hazelwood's a white female, date of birth 12/5/81. Her charges are failed to appear for status hearing. Reference grand theft of property. She has no bond, and the last known location is the Melbourne area. Now, Miss Hazelwood, I'm going to talk to you first. Don't turn yourself in out in Brevard County Jail. I realize you have no bond, but you brought this on yourself. So go turn yourself in, get this chapter of your life behind you, because if not, our citizens are going to let us know where we can find you at. Our fugitive units come to get you and take you out there. So just go do the right thing. You've had a history of not doing the right thing. Now go do the right thing and start a new path. If not, our citizens will let us know where we can find you at by going to Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. They'll send us an email at wheeloffugitive@bcso.us. A tip on our smartphone app, or most likely, they're just going to send us a personal message on Facebook. That information.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. And man, I'm excited. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Time for Wheel of Fugitives. 10 fugitives. We're going to give it a spin. We're going to get our fugitive of the day. But what we're going to do is make sure that we're partnering with you, our citizens. We're going to get all 10 of these fugitives out to the Brevard County Jail. Let's give it a spin. See who we're going after this week in Brevard County. All right. Tina Catherine Weethy. Weethy is a white female, date of birth 6/18/70. She has charges: violation of community control, reference 2 counts of battering on a law enforcement officer or firefighter, an additional charge of violation of community control, reference burglary with assault or battery. She has no bond. Her last known location is the Merritt Island area. And Ms. Weethy, you know how this works. Right now, your family, your friends, your inner circle, as we call it, are calling us, letting us know where you are. Our fugitive unit is going to come to your house at any moment and take you into the Brevard County Jail. So do the right thing. Go turn yourself in. Get this chapter of your life behind you. Start everything over, and I promise you, you're going to be better for it. If not, our citizens are going to call us by going to Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. They're going to send us an email at wheeloffugitive@bcso.us, or they'll simply send us a personal message on our Facebook page. Either way, the information is going to our fugitive unit, and our fugitive unit is going to your house. So do the right thing. Go turn yourself in. I want to thank our community for their continued support of our agency, and we'll see you next week on Wheel of Fugitive.
Go. How fun was that? You could hear it. You couldn't see it. I think that's how it went because, yeah, that's where we're going. So let's try Sheriff Ivey one more time. See how he goes. Yes? Do you see and hear, Sheriff? Yes? All right, so guess what? Here's a fun fact. I can see it, and unfortunately,
Hazelwood is our fugitive of the week. Miss Hazelwood's a white female, date of birth 12/5/81. Her charges are failure to appear for status hearing, reference grand theft of property. She has no bond. Her last known location is the Melbourne area. Now, Miss Hazelwood, I'm going to talk to you first. Go turn yourself in out at the Brevard County Jail. I realize you have no bond, but you brought this on yourself. So go turn yourself in, get this chapter of your life behind you. Because if not, our citizens are going to let us know where we can find you at. Our fugitive unit's coming to get you and take you out there.
Are we good now? What? Mr. Hardy?
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and welcome to Wheel of Fugitive. You know how it works. All 10 people up here have warrants for their arrest. We want to get them off the streets and safely behind bars where they can't victimize anybody else. Let's see who our fugitive of the week is here in Brevard County. All right, folks, Rebecca C. Hazelwood is our fugitive of the week. Miss Hazelwood's a white female, date of birth 12/5/81. Her charges are failure to appear for status hearing, reference grand theft of property. She has no bond. Her last known location is the Melbourne area. Now, Miss Hazelwood, I'm going to talk to you first. Go turn yourself in out at the Brevard County Jail. I realize you have no bond, but you brought this on yourself. So go turn yourself in, get this chapter of your life behind you. Because if not, our citizens are going to let us know where we can find you at. Our fugitive unit's coming to get you and take you out there. So just go do the right thing. You've had a history of not doing the right thing. Now go do the right thing and start a new path. If not, our citizens will let us know where we can find you at by going to Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. They'll send us an email at wheeloffugitive@bcso.us, a tip on our smartphone app, or most likely, they're just going to send us a personal message on Facebook. That information is going straight to the fugitive unit. You're going straight to jail. Go do the right thing. As always, thank you to our citizens for their amazing support. We'll see you next week on Wheel of Fugitive.
All right, everyone. So that, my friends, is Wheel of Fugitive, and we got it to work. So how cool is that? All right. And remember, they are all innocent until proven guilty. So, you know, but I find it fascinating. What do you guys think? Because if people are fugitives, how are we going to catch them, right? And somebody, I don't know, somebody said something about the people that they put up in the post office. Because, you know, there's pictures up in the post office. Like, are we supposed to be pen pals with them? I don't know, because, like, not a lot of people go through there. I don't know, this whole thing. How could he not win so close to the holiday? Oh, my gosh. So, anyway, they do this once a week, and then, yeah, it's a whole thing. Now, there is a second sheriff in the state of Florida that does things on television as well. And I am trying to get both Wayne Ivey and him both to come on the show so that they can talk to you guys live, potentially live, or interview. We'll record it and then we'll play it as a premiere because they are so incredible. Because I don't know. I have so many thoughts and so many thoughts about the whole thing. Oh, speaking of jail, if you guys have not seen the interview with Michael Santos, it has dropped. It is here. Let me tell you something. So we showed a bunch of clips from that during the last live. Michael Santos was 20 years old when he watched the movie Scarface and was inspired to lead a life of crime and make a lot of money. Criminal attainment. Yeah, I guess it's a weird thing, Eric. I don't even know what to tell you. And anyway, so Michael was inspired by Scarface, went out on a spree of, illegal activities, and thought that if he hired a bunch of other people to do the sales of the illegal things for him, he would be in less trouble. But it turns out that when you have people working for you to do those types of things, you are considered a kingpin, what used to be the kingpin statute. And so at the age of 23, he was put for a year in solitary confinement while they decided whether or not he was guilty And he was found guilty on all counts and then was sentenced to 45 years in prison at the age of 23. While in prison, wrote several books, got his bachelor's, his master's, halfway through his PhD, got married, did a whole bunch of things, came out and started some businesses, came out successful, and now coaches other people on how to be successful in prison. And what we mean by successful in prison means you serve your time and do positive things in there so that when you get out, you don't just go reoffending. Because that is a real easy thing to do, because you can learn about all new kinds of crimes to commit while you're in prison. And so we're trying to encourage people, because everyone that watches this channel, or a lot of people that watch this channel, also watch court. And to me, I think it's really interesting to know what happens, right? You watch them get sentenced, but what happens to people when they go to jail? Because they're humans, they're people. You guys, we need to think of them as other people and care, right? That they're going to be better and do better and they can move on with their lives. And I think that what Michael's doing is really important. So anyway, so if you haven't seen that, definitely see it. It is 40 minutes, which seems like a really long time when you're scrolling in shorts, but he keeps the whole thing interesting. He really does. So highly recommend that. Now, here's the thing. If we try to watch another Wheel of Fugitive, we're going to have the same kind of issues. So in a minute, I'm going to try it anyway. Hey, Karma Cat, thanks for joining us. Be nice and don't be stupid. All right, Dave, I like those rules. Those are nice rules. And I wish I would have saved, because this would have been smart on my part, the Michael Santos things in here. I could show you guys a preview, but you can just go see it. There's a short about him. There's a video about him. He is just incredible. And his partner in his current business, not in crime, Jason Paperny, his interview is coming out this week as well, but he was not sentenced to 45 years in a federal prison. No. He was 18 months in a place called Club Fed, not officially called Club Fed, which means it was a jail without walls or barbed wire, and they could have things delivered there. Whole different thing. Oh, Karma Cat, you're from Ireland. That is so cool. That is exciting. It's late there. It is late. So thank you for staying up and watching. That is so awesome. So I was going to wrap some presents while we talk today. But then I thought, if I try to wrap presents, sometimes I get distracted. So maybe we'll just wrap one present while we talk, because I said we were wrapping. And I did find all the wrapping things. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about tape for a second. You know, no matter what holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate anything, you're wrapping. Do you find the tape? Do your family members steal the tape and leave you the last little one piece of tape so that when you try to go wrap gifts, you can wrap gift? And then what are you going to do? I don't know. Has there been duct tape on some of my kids' presents? Well, possibly, if they take the tape on Christmas. Anyway, so I do have a little bit of tape left, and we're going to be going to the Dollar Tree tomorrow and buying some. Oh, look at that. So cute. We're buying some tape. Karma Cat, I love it. You've got the flag in hearts. That is so cool. All right. So it is already the Christmas nightmare. It is. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you what. Also, if anyone becomes a member or does a super chat, you get to vote. And we play Jenga here. And you can vote either Judge Fleischer or Judge Boyd. We are going to be going on a Texas tour. Yes, Aaron, however you say your name, we are doing Christmas wrapping and fugitives today. Yes, because here on the Jen Hardy Show, well, it gets a little bit interesting. So we are talking about Michael Santos, whose interview dropped yesterday or today, one day this week, and he spent 26 years in prison. And we are talking about Christmas because that's what we talk about. Yes, you could grids on the back of oh my gosh, grids on the back of wrapping paper are so helpful. Oh my gosh, and thank you. Thank you for saying you have pretty hair. We do keep it rated G. This is a family company that runs this show. So, but thank you for the compliment. All right, so we're going to wrap something. I think we're going to wrap a lightsaber. So, because it is what I can reach. You don't buy gifts that don't include complimentary gift wrapping. Oh, Eric, that sounds amazing. Well, we went to Ross, and My son wanted a lightsaber, and this is a kyber thing. And if you know anything about Star Wars, well, I don't know. Then you know that this would be a big deal for a 13-year-old boy. So there we go. We've got somewhere, I have paper. I do. It's right here. I got it all right here. This is exciting. Okay, so talk to me about wrapping. You're a family friendly. Good. I like that. Okay, so now I've always wrapped presents in the traditional wrapping way where you cut squares or rectangles and you put it around the present and you wrap it. Now that there is Pinterest and Shorts and TikTok and all this stuff, take off the price tag. Yeah, well, I know I should take off the price tag. It's tacky not to take off the price tag, except here's what else is tacky is that my 13-year-old picked it out at Ross last night because we're having a late holiday that get prep thing. So anyway, all right. So we're going to take off the tag and we're going to wrap it. Do you all wrap in the traditional fashion, or do you wrap in this origami kind of thing that is the new thing where you can take one piece of paper and somehow get some tiny piece of paper and you fold it up around a present and it wraps it? I find this fascinating. And every year I look it up and I see it, and then I promptly forget how to do it. So we're going to wrap in the traditional way. All right. Now, when I was a kid, it was my job to do all the wrapping because my dad hated wrapping. And so he would just have me do it. And guess what? Now I do the same things with my kids. But since we're here, you're here, I'm here. And I thought it would be something to do because we can't just talk about fugitives before Christmas. We got to talk about something Christmassy, right? So, and are we going to try to have another Wheel of Fugitive? I think we should. If we can only make him talk once, we should. Having him talk twice, that was a lot, right? So, yeah, so we're going to, is this loud? I don't know. You might not even be able to hear it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But we're cutting, wait, where is it? This way. Cutting the paper that promptly fell. All right, so we've got penguins. Now, let me tell you about penguins. We've also got penguins all over our yard because we got inflatables this year because David's been wanting inflatables. Who likes inflatables? Do you like them? Do you not like them? I got a really good deal on them, so now we have a yard full, except that I didn't quite set them up right. And it did look like there was a massacre because they were all like laying all over the yard and it was a whole thing. Yeah, traditional, duh, right? It is so much better. I like, yeah, traditional. You know what? All right. It is nice when you cut it the right size, though. So we have these little penguin inflatables, and we got penguin wrapping paper, and it's a whole penguin thing. And yeah, it's the whatever of the penguins. Oh, that was a movie. Do you remember that movie? My daughter went to see it, and when she was done seeing it, apparently everybody stood up and clapped for the penguins, and she thought that was really strange, which in hindsight sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? Okay. Anyway, so we're going to wrap one present because I said we were going to, and then you fixed it. Oh, yes. Dave did fix it. So now it no longer looks like a massacre out front, which is good. You know, did you guys ever watch The Good Place? So The Good Place, it's where people think they're going to heaven. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, cover your ears. They're not in heaven. They're at the other place. But they make it look like heaven. But nothing is quite perfect. And when the guy explains it to them, he says, look, this is why we have frozen yogurts. Because it's almost ice cream. But it's not quite ice cream because it's not really the good place. Right? And so that is how we explain things when they're just not as good as they could be. They're frozen yogurts. So, yeah, that's kind of how my wrapping is. It's wrapped, but it's not perfect. You know, it's kind of cute. It's got little like shiny things on it. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this and we're going to do a Wheel of Fugitive because we can. And it's our show. We can do whatever you guys want to do. So what else would you like to see? What would you like to see in 2025? So I'm thinking we're going to do some things like older court cases, some classic court cases. We could do some OJ, not the entire trial, not every minute of the trial. That would be boring, but some of the more like highlights of that. I try with the more recent court cases, not to show the defendants. Now, Wheel of Fugitive, I mean, we don't know that they're guilty. We are showing the people that could be guilty. But because of some incidents that have happened, I just try not to show the defendants. But in the older cases, or like the famous cases, everybody's already seen them, so we're not showing anything that people haven't seen. It's no big deal. Oh, thank you for wishing. Oh my gosh, from your Celtic cousin. Okay, well, thank you so much, and I love that you said all that. That is so sweet. And actually, Dave is half Irish, so there we go. So that is very sweet. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Because when you wake, it's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be Christmas Eve. Are you ready? I'm not ready. You ready? This is the first present I have wrapped. One. We have 7 children. Now, we only have 2 that still live at home because 5 of them are grown-ups, and they're not getting their gifts till after Christmas, and I'm not wrapping them because I send them wrapped. Like Eric, yes, I have Amazon take their $4 and put it in a bag or whatever, because it's just so much easier to do it that way. Am I going to attempt ribbon? Well, I don't think I am, because what I am going to attempt is another Wheel of Fugitive. And yeah, because I think we should. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. We're just, you know what? I'm feeling like we're going to make it happen. All right. Now, here's the question, though. When we saw the first Wheel of Fugitive, did it start green or did it start red? This is a very important question. Why, you ask? Because I don't want to show you the same one again. Now, there's one that starts with Sheriff Ivy, and that is the one we're going to go with next. You ready? We're going to click this little thing, and we're going to click this little thing. You can't see what I'm clicking. I'm just telling you that I'm trying to select things here. And are you ready? We're going to find Sheriff Ivy here. You guys, I love Sheriff Ivy so much. I really do. I would not want to be on the other side, though.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivy of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. And it's time for Wheel of Fugitive. You know how it works. We got 10 contestants up on the wheel. All 10 of them need to find their way out of the Brevard County Jail. Dave, who we got this week as our contestants?
Well, Sheriff, today's contestants are...
Dave, that's a pretty impressive group of contestants, so let's do what we always do. Let's give the wheel a spin, find out who our fugitive of the week is here in Brevard County.
This week we are looking for Trinity Shakaya Hampton. Miss Hampton is a black female with a date of birth of 1/4/2004. Miss Hampton has a bench warrant, failure to appear for early resolution, reference resisting an officer with violence, and 3 counts of battery of a law enforcement officer or firefighter. Bond is $40,000 cash or surety. Her last known location is in the Palm Bay area.
All right, you've just been chosen as the fugitive of the week, so you know what you need to do. You need to go turn yourself in out at the Brevard County Jail, get this chapter of your life behind you. Because if not, I promise you, somebody in your inner circle, one of your friends, somebody you never dreamed would rat you out is going to do it. They're going to do it. We're going to get you and put you in jail. So go do the right thing. Go turn yourself in. If not, you know what? Our citizens will let us know where we can find you at by going to Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. Send us an email at wheeloffugitive@bcso.us, a tip on our smartphone app, or a personal message right here on Facebook, and you are on your way to jail. As always, I want to thank our citizens for their amazing support, and we'll see you next week on Wheel of Fugitive.
There we go. All right. That's easy. We got this. We got this all day long. Okay. So there we go. What do you guys think about Wheel of Fugitive? What do you think about Sheriff Ivy? I think it's pretty incredible. I think it's a brilliant way of letting local people know who they are looking for. And it was funny. It was frozen because I actually paused it. So that works out really well. All right. We got this. You know, it's funny. We are trying to level up our tech here on the Jen Hardy Show and have it look much more professional, which it does when Jen knows what she's doing and she has practiced with it really well. And well, she is working on it. That's all I can say. And why am I talking about myself in the third person? That's kind of creepy. Okay, I'll stop that. Anyway, all right. We've got one present wrapped. Should we wrap another one? We should wrap another one. Okay. Yes, we should. And we are, okay, here's another question. Would you prefer to see me go to Sheriff Ivy's police department or whatever, or should we just do a regular interview? Personally, I think going there would be good, just because it would be more interesting, I think. But let me know what you think. And we're going to get another present here. Holy moly. Well, apparently it's Star Wars Day. And yes, I'm going to take the price tag off. So these are these little, you know, these guys, these little pop guys. Okay. Can somebody explain to me why they are so popular? I don't understand it. I really don't. What are they called? Ooh, that was loud. Ripping off that price tag. Y'all, I got this at Ross, so it was on sale, but it was, what is the word? I don't know. Anyway, it's crazy. So, what are they called? Oh, Funko Pops. Yeah, that's what they are. See? Yeah. So, lots of teenager stuff. All kinds of teenager stuff. Also, are we... Yeah, Star Wars fans. Oh, just a little bit, if you can't tell. There we go. All right. Now, we are going to wrap. Are we going to wrap? Let's see. Lexa. Yes, in penguin paper. I think so. Is anyone else wrapping today with me? I don't know. Should we do penguin or should we do, I think we're going to do snowflakes. So here is something that I started because we have several children. We do each person's thing in their own wrapping paper. And then when you look under the tree, you know exactly whose is whose. It is very, very helpful because when you have 9 people looking for presents, it gets to be a little crazy. Check Kathy's sister. Ooh, okay. I'll have to check that out. That's awesome. He designed one. Can you design your own Funko Pop things? Ooh, that's kind of cool. You know what I was thinking about doing is doing some kind of a judge thing, like for everyone's favorite judges. And I don't know, doing like a card deck or something like that. But then it's a whole like permission kind of thing and people's likeness and all that kind of stuff. But then they're public figures. I don't know. It's a lot. But I feel like I don't want to push rule things, I don't know, with judges and sheriffs, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a whole lot with that. But, all right, so we are going to, I'm very excited about this Drunken Smurf. Very excited about this Funko Pop thing. And also, Judge Fleischer, has anyone heard about his channel and what's going on? One of the viewers did. Oh, okay. That is so cool. All right, I'm going to cut this paper. Can you hear that on the mic? So this mic cuts out a lot of sounds. And so one day I was leading this writers group that I lead, and well, it was during a hurricane because we usually stay home for a hurricane. So I'm sitting here in the middle of a storm, and it's a hurricane outside. And so I recorded a storm so that I could play it. And then that was their prompt, right? Was to write something about a storm while they listened to the storm, except that I tried to play it through my microphone. And because my microphone is set up not to pick up any kind of static or weird sounds, it blocked out the whole thing, even though I played it super loud into here. So some sounds, I mean, for you to hear, you can't hear them, and then it blocks out a lot of the other things. So chat has come back in. Oh, okay. It has come back. Okay. It's so interesting. His channel just keeps changing. I don't know. There's something going on, but I don't know what it is. All right, you ready? We got the paper. We got the fugitives. We got Christmas and fugitives, guys. This is, I dare say, the only channel that has those two things together, I think. Because, just trying to do different things here. Also, can you put in the chat, what is your favorite YouTube channel? I am not fishing. I don't mean mine. Anyone but mine. What are some of your favorite YouTube channels for real? Like, because I want to know. Like, I want to know what kinds of things you guys enjoy watching. Again, not fishing, and I do not even want anyone to say this. But like, what are some other channels that you really like? I want to know. Because I want to see what they're doing. It's interesting to me. A bit to do with him being up for re-election. Oh, is he up for re-election next year? Okay, well, that's going to be really helpful because when I go out there in March, we can do some interviews based on, or some like re-election stuff. That would be fun. He and I can talk campaigning because we've done a lot of campaigning. My family from the time I was a kid, because we had friends that were running for things. And then, we've done a lot of campaigning. So, Mr. Paul, okay, that's somebody that you like to watch. All right, that's cool. Yeah, you guys, let me know. What are your favorite YouTube channels? Not anything to do with us and our channel. That is not, we're not fishing for compliments. I want to know, like, what do you guys like to watch? What kind of things you like to watch? You like shorts better? Do you like long form better? We're planning our next campaign starts next year. Wow, that's crazy. Mr. Nightmare, Mr. Okay. All right. This is fascinating. Who else? Lexa, who do you like to watch? You like Crime Talk, among others. Okay. Yeah. Eric, if you're still here, let me know what channels you like to watch. Because, it's really good to know what else people are watching. And see, it's funny because in my channel, it tells me what people watch, but I want to hear it like from you. And what do you like about those channels? So like Lexa, Crime Talk. Okay. So what does Crime Talk do that you like? This is really interesting. Most of the court live streams, replay channels, plus one author. Ooh, Drunken Smurf. That is so cool. One author who helps people with their writing and publishing questions. That would be really cool. What channel is that, may I ask? I just published my 5th book. Creepy ghost stories. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a creepy ghost stories person, but it's good to know what you like. I like that. Yeah, let's see. It's already 9:47. This hour has gone by super fast. It's like the fastest live hour ever, and I don't know why. It's interesting. And I'm just sitting here wrapping some stuff. Susan Tisdale's channel. Okay. This is really good. Okay, so what does Susan do on her channel? Because I have not seen this channel yet. So I'm excited about this. This is really cool. And you're giving me other things to look at too, because I spend way too much time. Ooh, the host is a defense lawyer. Okay. Oh, Crime Talk. There's the one with the guy, with the attorney, and he's got like 1 million subscribers or something. And he does all these shorts talking about all these different things. He is fascinating. Tried to reach out to him, but I think he's a little too popular to respond right now. All right, guys, we have number 2. Look at that. Number 2. It is not the prettiest, but it's not the ugliest either. And now we're going to put some ribbon on it because I got ribbon. And you know what? You know who has the best wrapping and ribbon, the wrapping stuff? Costco. I got to tell you, because you can buy and it's the nice stuff because, you can get cheaper stuff, but then it rips. I hate it when it rips when I'm wrapping. It drives me crazy. Also, I'm wondering if Dave is going to do some wrapping. Dave usually does all his own wrapping, and it's very impressive. That is not long enough. And this ribbon has wire in it, so you can make it like do the bow or whatever, and it's going to stay. No, I'm not getting commission from Costco, but I wish I was. Mostly how to write things as well as getting motivated to write tips and tricks for self-publishing. Oh, that is so cool, Drunken Smurf. Okay. So I will give you my tip on how to write things. So my last book that came out 2 weeks ago, I wrote it, edited it, and published it in 2 weeks. Apparently this is not something that other people do, but I did it. I am a big proponent of brain dumps. So you just get a couple pieces of paper out, set a timer for 10 minutes, write down everything. If you want to keep writing, you do it, set the timer again. You have to have the timer though. There's something about like the timer getting you going. And then when you have everything written down, you sort it into groups of what makes sense together. And those are your chapters. And then you just go. And to edit it, this is fun fact. I did this and it worked out really well. Because I was my own editor, and that's never a good idea because you tend to see what you wanted to write instead of what you did write. So I read it as an audiobook, and now I have the audiobook version. And as I was reading it for the audiobook, I edited it, and it worked. And that bad boy stayed on the bestseller list for 5 solid days, and that made me very happy. So, yeah, it was a thing. So, Drunken Smurf, we should talk about writing together. And if anybody else is interested in writing, I've been part of a group. I've been in there for 5 years now. Good night. And they were really sick of me talking about podcasting and YouTube. So I finally have a book to write about or to talk about. You sprint right and then cobble it together. Oh, there you go. Ooh, see, because you write fiction. Now, I do not have the imagination to write fiction. I'm going to be honest with you. You would think that somebody that puts together a show that involves Christmas wrapping and fugitives would have the imagination to write a book. I just don't have, yeah. So mine are all nonfiction stuff. But I think that's really cool that you write fiction. That is awesome. And if you want to share, I would love to read it sometime. That would be really fun. There we go. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to be honest. I'm about as good of a bow tire as I am a fiction writer. So it is not fancy, but it is done. And as Mary Poppins says, well begun is half done. So there we go. It's all the way done. 2 presents in 50 minutes. And this is why I have children do the wrapping. All right. So what else are we going to talk about? Tomorrow's Christmas. I'm not going to see you till after Christmas. And then it's going to be a new year next year. Oh, should we talk about that? New Year's resolutions. Yes or no? Do I have them? Yes. Do I remember what they are? No. So, what about you guys? You're going to have a resolution this year? Or your goals? See, for me, I like to set goals. Goals are easier than like a resolution. So I do have goals for next year. Mostly they revolve around YouTube, to be honest. I want the plaque, guys. I want it. I want the 100,000 plaque. That is my goal. So am I going to achieve it? Well, yes, I am, actually. I am bound and determined to achieve it. Dave and I are starting a channel, and I'm very excited about this. Very, very excited. We're launching it with an interview that I did with this woman that is absolutely incredible. And she just, so it's going to be kind of lifestyle, and he's going to talk about some cooking, and I'm going to talk about some, I don't know, shopping and stuff. And it's going to be glamorously grounded because he keeps me grounded. And it's going to be fun. We're very different, but also very together. I don't know. So let's see. Drunken Smurf New Year's resolution in 2000, never to make another one. There you go. 25th success. That is my kind of New Year's resolution right there. I love that. I think that should be my resolution. Never to make another one. And just goals, right? I had one goal for this year. This many goals? and I didn't reach it. And you know what? Totally cool. Because my one goal was that my podcast was number one or top 1% worldwide, because there's a thing called listen notes and you can see like where people's podcasts are. I really wanted to hit 1% and I didn't, but I got 2.5%, and I don't think that's bad. So I'll take it, because I got some other things this year, like the best-selling thing and other things I don't need to like list because that's boring for you. But this year was a good year, so it's fine that I didn't get it. So for next year, though, Drunken Smurf, do you have a goal? Are you going to publish a book this year? I would be more than happy to talk to you about that. I think that would be a lot of fun. Can I tell you guys something? I have a theory about how to become a bestseller on Amazon, and I tested my theory twice this year. And both books became bestsellers. One was mine. That was the second one. The first one was a 13-year-old's book, and she got to bestseller status. So if you are interested in publishing and you've got your book ready, talk to me and I will help, because it's not as hard as you think it is, honestly. It's legal to do it, and it's okay to do it, but there's a little trick to it. And once you got it, you got it. So there we go. Do we have one more Wheel of Fugitive, Mr. Hardy? We do. But here's what I need to know, because I don't know which one we played first. Was it the green one or was it the red one? I don't want to play the same one twice. I think it was the green one. Can somebody tell me? Do you remember the color that started? Considering it was still tentative, one bit of advice. Interesting. Have 3 books ready before you publish the first. Okay, so when you have a podcast, you should have 3 episodes ready before you publish one, so that you put out like 1 a day or 3 at a time, because if people are interested, then they have more to listen to. So I'm guessing that that would be her theory with the books. I don't know. I would also say that that would hang up a lot of people from just starting. And one of my things is just start. Just do it. Just throw it out there. Because if you wait for everything to be perfect, then sometimes it doesn't happen. Okay. There's 2 playing at the same time. Oh, we don't know. All right. Well, guess what? We're going to play the red one. And if it's the one that played last time, we'll stop it. We'll play another one, because it's 9:55. And I feel like this is going to be good. Okay. You ready? Okay, guys. Crush fingers, because we're gonna try something crazy. All right, and Wheel of Fugitive. All right, and let me know what you think. Do you guys want more Wheel of Fugitive? Do you not want more Wheel of Fugitive? Let's see if this is going to work, people.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivory, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Man, I'm excited. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Time for Wheel of Fugitive. 10 fugitives. We're going to give it a spin. We're going to get our fugitive of the day. But what we're going to do is make sure, through partnering with you, our citizens, we're going to get all 10 of these fugitives out to the Brevard County Jail. Let's give it a spin. See who we're going after this week in Brevard County. All right. Tina Catherine Weethy. Miss Weethy is a white female, date of birth 6/18 of 70. She has charges: violation of community control, reference 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer or firefighter, an additional charge of violation of community control reference burglary with assault or battery. She has no bond. Her last known location is the Merritt Island area. Now, Ms. Wethe, you know how this works. Right now, your family, your friends, your inner circle, as we call it, are calling us, letting us know where you are. Our fugitive unit is going to come to your house at any moment and take you into the Brevard County Jail. So do the right thing. Go turn yourself in. Get this chapter of your life behind you. Start everything over, and I promise you, you're going to be better for it. If not, our citizens are going to call us by going to Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. They're going to send us an email at wheeloffugitive@bcso.us, or they'll simply send us a personal message on our Facebook page. Either way, the information is going to our fugitive unit, and our fugitive unit is going to your house. So do the right thing. Go turn yourself in. I want to thank our community for their continued support of our agency, and we'll see you next week on Wheel of Fugitive.
Well, nothing says Christmas like Wheel of Fugitive and wrapping presents together, am I right? All right, guys, as we wrap up tonight, literally and figuratively, I just want to remind you that there is an incredible interview with Michael Santos, sentenced to 45 years in prison at only the age of 23, spent his first year in solitary. Guys, it's an incredible interview because he got out and was successful and is now teaching other people how to use their prison time to become successful contributing members of society. Cannot beat it. Really cool guy, actually. And did he do some bad things? Yes, he did. But he definitely learned his lesson, and it definitely comes through in the interview. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have the most astounding couple of days. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope that the next couple days are wonderful for you and you are surrounded with joy and love and all the good things. And whatever you wish for comes true. And I will see you on Thursday, and we will have something extra special planned, and we will have all this tech under control because we are this close, and we're going to have lots of practice time for Christmas. So, all right, I love you all. Mwah. Have a fabulous Christmas, and I will see you soon.